Today, honey, we got to talk about Chicago. Trump sending in those troops. Yes, he is. And he should. And they need it. So, Trump says he's sending troops to hellhole Chicago. He called it a hellhole. Yeah, he called Haiti a shithole. He called Chicago a hellhole, and the residents agree. They want him to come. They want him to come. So that's going to be the main topic of today. And I do have a guest. I see him in queue. I'm about to bring him on. You guys, are already well, most of you are familiar. And if you're not, I'm about to bring him in and introduce. Also, so the main topic is Chicago, Trump going to Chicago. Your lame ass mayor, Brandon Johnson, always bringing up slavery. And then I also, towards the end, I want to talk about Maxine Waters wanting to impeach Trump. Child, they're doing too much. But let me bring up my guest, honey. Hi.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. This is I'm using some new software with you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I ain't never used this one before, but yeah, this new.
Well, introduce yourself, honey, because a lot of people know who you are, but introduce yourself to the people that don't.
Okay, man. Everybody who's in the building, man. I'm the streets ordained Minister Jap, Chi-Town's on. You know what I'm saying? South side, east side. You know what I'm saying? Never been on the west side, never been on the north side like that, but south side, east side. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Okay. And that's why I wanted you to come on today. Because if you didn't, honey, I would have talked bad about you. But
I know, hey man, I ain't got nothing but love for you, man. I'll be going through too much street shit.
You do too much partying.
I do too much shit, man. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I wanted to bring you on because what's going on in Chicago. Trump wants to send in the National Guards, and the residents, are here for it. And plus, you were born and raised in Chicago, so you could kind of give feedback. I do have some clips. But before we get into the Chicago topic, I don't know if you've heard, just a little tea, a happy engagement to Cory Booker.
Get the fuck out of here.
No cursing. Oh, we passed the 5-minute mark, but no F word. You can curse no F word.
He's a soggy body ass nigga. Like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm gonna be real, man. Women be just picking dudes. Just pick a nigga. Like, what the hell? Like,
I think he picked her because he's gonna run for the president again because he wants to be VP or president or whatever, and he needs a woman.
Hold on. Of the United States or
United States?
No, that's not happening. He's too soft.
He ran twice before.
Oh, he's too soft.
So he's engaged, and she looks like his ex Rosario Dawson.
That was his ex?
That was his ex when the last time he ran for president.
Actress?
They were engaged.
Hold on, the actress?
Yes.
Salute to him, man. That just goes to show a lot of these dudes, the manosphere, if Cory Booker could get a bad bitch.
Well, a lot of people are not buying it. I'm not buying it. And so of course people are.
He's getting pegged.
Huh?
He's got to be getting pegged. He just got the swag of a nigga to get pegged.
So look, so somebody posted this video underneath the photo of his engagement.
That shit.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen to what.
And pardon me, man. I just woke up. Dana just woke me up. I was taking a nap, but like, let's cook. Let's get ready to it, man.
So yeah, congratulations to Cory Booker. Her name is Alexis.
At least he ain't gay. That's all I can say with a lot of these dudes, especially these
He's
YouTube.
not openly gay.
At least you're not confirmed gay. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's a good one. That's a good one. At least
that's all I can be saying. Like some people like, you be hating gay. I'm like, man, at least he ain't gay. That's all I can say. At least he ain't gay. Because once you gay, when you gay around me, I'm from Chicago. You do anything gay around me, anything potentially, you're wrote off for life. I'm done with you. You're cooked forever.
But you know gay people that you're cool with.
I ain't cool with no gay niggas.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you gonna have a cousin that's gay.
Who?
You may have a cousin that's gay or a relative
that's gay, and I don't fuck with him.
Okay. Well, then I don't use the F word. This is not the minister hour. Listen, I
don't care if you mess with that rainbow. If you mess with that rainbow, you're an enemy to me. I represent the free thinking straight black man. Period. If you mess with anything and you're open-minded, you're not one of us. Screw that.
Chi-Town in the house. Chi-Town people, y'all too hard.
It's rough out here. It's messed up. Our grandmamas can't walk down the street. Our grandmamas will get carjacked. Our grandmamas will get jacked. Like you can't. It's just not like that. Like out here, like people think like, nah, man, you can't. Nah. That's why I don't respect a lot of people on YouTube be talking crazy.
Yeah. Well, all right, let me bring this up. Because speaking of Chicago, how do I have this? I'll do it like this. So we're going in. Trump to send National Guard to Chicago. Trump vows to send in troops to Chicago, but won't say when. Local officials have said they would not take it to court. So President Trump said yesterday on Tuesday he would deploy National Guard troops to fight crime in Chicago, an extraordinary effort to militarize. Well, this is Rotor, so this is liberal news reporting, to militarize the country's third largest city that was likely to trigger a legal battle with local officials. We're going in. I don't know when, but we're going in. Now, your mayor, Chicago, Brandon Johnson, swiftly condemned the actions, saying that he just wants to own secret police force that will do publicity stunts whenever his poll number is shrinking, whenever his job reports show a stagnant economy, whenever he needs another distraction, yada, yada, yada. Your mayor is like so corny. So Trump said he is coming in. How do you feel about the troops before I play this clip?
I feel that they're absolutely necessary. Just like I did a show a few days ago. If everybody goes to my channel, Minister Jap Network, we spoke about the situation that happened in Minneapolis and these liberal cities who hate Trump more than they love their own people. If they would have had the National Guards, moving around, it would have only been one casualty. The casualty would have been the dude that was trying to shoot everything up. You know what I'm saying? Because the National Guard, that's what their job is. To, like, people don't understand. You got the Navy, you got the Marines, you got the Army, you know what I'm saying? And the Air Force. They have a job. Nobody ever thinks about what is the job of the National Guard. The job of the National Guard is to hold down the nation. So when things go haywire inside of our country, that's when you deploy the National Guards. He's doing the right thing. In my city, Chicago, our cops are scared to be cops. And that comes from Lori Lightfoot. They're scared to chase down people. They're scared of a lawsuit. They're scared of, if they have to fuck a nigga up. I'm sorry. They're scared of that because they're scared of losing their job or possibly getting prosecuted because of the liberal, media and the liberal ideology
agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't want to really be police. They just really just out there. They out there talking. They out there popping it with the gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? When I came up, when I was a youngin', you couldn't talk to the police crazy. This is before body cams. See, before body cams, that's when things was real. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's when the streets respected the police and the police respected the streets and everything was smooth. And so, I'm not saying it was a good thing, but what I'm saying is like this is the era where if you popped off with the police, they kick your ass.
So let me ask you this question. Do you think Chicago needs saving?
Hell yeah. We need the Marines. We need the dude, this weekend.
Yeah.
I went to my uncle's house in the suburbs to kick it because I know what this is. I know what Labor Day, I know how these days is because all they do, they're going to shoot everything up. It was 53 shootings. 53 shootings. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on the South Side and I'm in the community. I'm not like one of those guys that's like looking outside and doing the Al Sharpton. I'm in the community. So like, even for me, a lot of people are like, man, because I'm a live wire and I keep that with me. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So like, you know what I'm saying? And that has went off 2 times this year on a motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying?
Keep saying F word.
I apologize. I'm one of them.
You want to send me a $5 super chat every time you say F word.
All right, I got you. I'm one of them.
That's 3 so far. That's $15. Let me write this down.
So I'm one of them. So I tell people, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we can't really be kicking it around here like that no more. We grown. So, I went to the suburbs and went to a family function picnic, and I just stayed out there for the whole time. Now, when it turned on the news, 53 shootings, pow,
right?
And I know it's real because, and then a lot of times people be thinking like I'm just straight YouTube. I know these people who get killed. You know what I'm saying? I be knowing them for real in real life. Like, my homie got killed last year. Like, I was really messed up about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it get real out of hand. And I just feel like, and then it's these youngins. They doing these street takeovers. They jumping on cars. They twerking cars. They, you know what I'm saying? They all downtown doing burnouts and doing they you know
just
what I'm saying?
Doing too much nonsense.
Yeah, and that really come from no discipline, having no family. You know what I'm saying? Especially not having a father. You know what I'm saying? I had a father, so like I move different. I move real strategic. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I be around, but I don't be around like that. You know what I'm saying?
I want to play this clip, and then I want to get into the clip of Donald Trump when he said yesterday about Chicago.
Deadly Labor Day weekend in Chicago as President Trump continues to set his eye on the city, threatening to send in the National Guard as early as this week. At least 52 people have been shot in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. 7 of those victims died.
The violence included 3 mass shootings that happened at Haddon in California, in Chicago's Humboldt Park neighborhood, and 2 in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, 35th and State and 36th and Cottage Grove. ABC 7's Jasmine Miner talked to people in Bronzeville about concerns about 2 mass shootings happening within 48 hours.
Many here in Bronzeville describe the neighborhood as on the come up, and they say they're not going to let the violence stop the positive work they're doing. For one woman, that means keeping kids healthy, active, and on the field.
Come on. We're gonna push through because it disservices the kids.
Alexis Hawthorne, owner of the top-tier university football youth program, says even gun violence won't keep her from serving kids in need. Their practice comes just a few hours and down the road from a mass shooting early this morning. 5 people were shot near 36th and Cottage Grove near Ellis Park, including a 17-year-old who is in critical condition.
At the end of the day, to have one person that was critically injured and 4 folks in the hospital. Whatever the situation was, it was senseless.
It is the second mass shooting in Bronzeville in the last 48 hours. The other happened on Saturday night near 35th and State, where 7 people were hurt during a drive-by. Those like Alderman Pat Howell are taking action, telling ABC 7 in a statement.
Wow, that's wild, because that area, I used to work out in that area. I'm not from that area, but my little sister is. But I used to frequent that area. It's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. I am not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think like Chicago just looks bad. It just is bad. Like, because a lot of people don't know Compton is actually, if you ever like just roll through it, it looks nice. Everybody grass cut.
I noticed that in California, like
yeah.
long.
Yeah, like this is a really, really nice area, and this is an area. It's called Bronzeville, or the low end, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of
Is that west side or east side? What side is that?
It's south side until you get to like 18th Street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you get to 18th Street, that's when they start saying it's downtown, north side, and then you got downtown, then you got north side.
Right.
But it's still considered the south side. It's a historical area. It's you know, they got a lot of statues about jazz. It's real artsy. It's a real eclectic area of black folks. It's a lot of educated black folks. There's a lot of brownstones, a lot of black folks that own stuff. But then you still got to understand, when you're dealing with Chicago, you're dealing with a real gang banging element. And like, a lot of people think that LA is where gang banging originated. No, gang banging originated here.
Okay.
So like, it's really like a religion. So when you have Brownsville, they had projects. So it's a few projects that got tore down. A lot of them got tore down, but it's a few of them it might be a couple of them still there, but a lot of them got tore down. So all these people got dispersed into the communities of these people, but the animosity and the gang banging and the ops and all that is still there. And that lingered over to the suburbs too. Because a lot of people think the suburbs in Chicago is sweet. Like, it's like, it's certain suburbs that's wild too. You know, you got Harvey, you got Markham, you got Cal City, you got Dalton. You know, it's the same thing. Because
But why is it just these random shootings? Like you said, it is the teens that are just out of control.
I'm gonna be honest, man, and I'm gonna have to do a show just strictly on this. I'm gonna be honest, man. The worst thing that ever happened to the game was this drill music.
Really? You think the drill, that it had that much influence on what these kids are actually doing with guns and stuff?
Because it's antagonizing.
But y'all get a lot of.
It's not even like, the beats are good. The rhymes suck.
Right.
It has nothing. The rhymes are horrible. It is all about clout and dissing someone who has just died. So what happens is, it's not just the rapper, it's their people. And I know these people. You diss somebody, homeboy, who died. You say, we smoking on who. We smoking on this, and this. Smoked your homie, this, and that. They wild on Twitter, and they wild with this drill music. And that's what it go. They start antagonizing each other. And when they catch each other, they stretch each other. That's what it is. This has never been from the organization that I grew up in. Our older heads would never have let this happen, but we don't have older heads anymore.
Well, they all in jail or dead by now.
Exactly. But the thing is, there's no older heads, and Chicago is turning.
You're the old head now. We're the old heads.
I try to talk to the shorties. But the thing is, what's happening is, we don't have no real old heads. They don't really get real knowledge until they go to jail.
Right.
That's where the knowledge is at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The knowledge about whatever organization you represent is in jail. You're not going to get it on the street because they have no OGs. There's no chiefs. So at the end of the day, Chicago is turning into Cali because California their organizations that they represent don't have any fucking hierarchy. It's a free for all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Chicago has turned into, and it's wild. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, it be people that'll just go live and do a shooting going live because they want the clicks, they want the views. But I'm like, dude, you about to get the years. So
or death, or you want to end up dying, getting killed. So, but they don't care. I guess they don't value life, or they're just living in the moment. Like they don't see themselves getting old or growing old, or the purpose of that.
I try my best though to talk to the youngins, man. I really do, because I'm really active. I'm on my blocks. I'm on 87th. I'm on 79th. I'm on the blocks for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can be on the blocks too much because they may turn on you.
Man, listen, man. They know who my family is. But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? I just I make sure I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be, you dig? And you know, I'm seeing what's going on. Like with our holidays is wild, man. I be trying to tell people, like 4th of July, people don't understand that's GD Day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that day right there, it's either GD's gonna get shot or GD's gonna be shooting, man.
I want to play this Trump clip holding a press conference after the Labor Day talking about Chicago. I'm not going to play
Chicago. Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. When we lose, when 20 people are killed over the last 2.5 weeks and 75 are shot with bullets. So let me tell you a little story about a place called D.C., District of Columbia, right here where we are. It's now a safe zone. We have no crime. It's in such great shape. You can go and actually walk with your children, your wife, your husband. You can walk right down the middle of the street. You're not going to be shot, Peter. You're safe. Everyone likes you anyway. They probably wouldn't do it. But it's so dangerous. And there are people in this audience that you've suffered greatly. There are people in this audience that have been mugged and hurt badly, and they don't want to talk about it. Maybe you were very brave in talking about it. You made quite an impression on a lot of people. I appreciate it. But there were other people in this room that have been hurt very badly just walking down the street in D.C. Washington, D.C. is a safe zone right now. It's a safe city. The restaurants are open. They're booming. You can't get a restaurant. New restaurants are announcing that they're going to be open. This took place in 12 days. Now it's 15 days, but 3 days ago, it became what's known as a safe zone. It's a safe city. And this city was really bad, really, really bad. We took 1,600 people out, hardcore criminals that will not be coming back anytime soon. And we're very proud of it. You know, to have our nation's capital lose every week, you know, it was like years, many years where every single week somebody was killed for many, many, many consecutive weeks. This went on for years. And then we had last week, it was announced that nobody was killed last week. And I made that announcement in front of a very distinguished leader of a country. And I'm saying proudly, ladies and gentlemen, nobody was killed in Washington, D.C. this week. He looked at me like, what's that all about? I said, yeah, we have a little bit of a crime problem. And we don't have a crime problem in Washington anymore. And the mayor has been very helpful. And the police commission has been very helpful. And it's been a great team. And I would love to have Governor Pritzker call me. I'd gain respect for him and say, we do have a problem. And we'd love you to send in the troops. Because you know what? The people, they have to be protected. I saw today on one of your networks, not a friendly network, except really the opposite, I would say, very unfriendly network. And they interviewed about 12 people on this morning. Most of them were African American, who were black. And they were saying, please, please, please let the president send in. These were people from Chicago. Please, we need help. We need help. We can't walk outside. We're petrified.
Shout out
If
to
the
Chicago
governor of
Red.
Illinois would call me up, I would love to do it. Now, we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country. And that includes Baltimore. I saw where Governor Moore was asking me to take a walk down the street of Baltimore. Well, Baltimore is a very unsafe place. It's rated number 4 in the city, one of the most unsafe places anywhere in the world. But you know, we took care. This was a beautiful thing that happened in Washington because we showed that it could be done. And this wasn't just sending big, strong guys, and they are big and they are strong. You know, we had a great decision from the Supreme Court that had to do with sort of talent. It had to do with you. I looked at the police, as you know, last week I went over, we had a meeting with, there had to be 300 people, and they were all very impressive looking. And when the bad guys see them, more call, because I watched him over the weekend trying to explain that Baltimore, what they need is housing. No, they don't need housing. They need to get rid of the criminals. These are hardcore criminals. You know, we took many people off the streets of Washington, D.C. They're hardcore. They're not going to be good. In 10 years, in 20 years, in 2 years, they're going to be criminals. They were born to be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals. And they're tough and mean. And they'll cut your throat, and they won't even think about it the next day. They won't even remember that they did it. And we're not going to have those people. Washington, D.C. is now a safe zone. It's a safe place. And you can walk, Katie, you can walk right down the street with, by the way, one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen, which is her husband. He was a football player for like 11 years in the NFL. He's a big person. But big doesn't mean anything when they have guns and when they have knives and everything else that they have, right? But you can walk right down the street, even by yourself, and you're totally safe.
So I guess he's talking about Washington, and I guess he wants to do the same for Chicago. So,
and I respect it because, like, okay, cool. Washington was a trial run. The results are there. Crime is down. You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, I got a lot of law enforcement in my family, and I got a lot of military in my family. It's the difference between law enforcement and military. Military is not, they're not walking around with handcuffs. Mm-hmm. You play games with them, it's up. You're getting cooked. Yeah. Church, check in. Listen, if you like this exclusive content, make sure you go over to Patreon, become a member, and you're going to have unlimited access to all my banned from YouTube content, banned from the public. People cannot take this heat. We dropping straight heat, straight fire. You know how we do. Follow me on all social media platforms. The link is in the description. Again, join the Patreon. It starts as low as $5. Join. Peace.